Let's get it. Hey. From Arkansas to AZ, Q went from the country to the city. From California to AZ, Ty moved with her family to the city. In the 602 where they met at school, and he met his queen to be. High school sweethearts, and they rockin' together more than a decade deep. Got married, had kids, and together they still both out here chasing their dreams.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I am in the garden and I'm just showing you guys what I got going. The last time I made a garden video, I was growing out of grow bags. That's actually how I started. That was a success, so I decided this year we're gonna do in-ground gardening. We rented a tiller, mixed in some compost with the natural soil, and now look, everything is growing, everything looks beautiful. This is heavy clay soil, as you can see. Here, let me show you a better. In between the rows, you can see this is heavy clay soil, so we actually turn this into that. All right, so this is our first bed, and look at you guys. So this is like clay, look, but really loose. We just had some rain and stuff like that, so it was really wet and loose. But it went from this to this, and we're just gonna mix in some organic matter, some black cow. This is the first time I'm using black cow, so I'm extremely excited because I heard a lot of good things. When I tried to get it back in Oregon, it was literally sold out everywhere. So now we're in zone 8A in Arkansas, and black cows everywhere. So I'm really excited about that. We rented this tiller. It was about $50 for a day rental at Home Depot. And it's crazy because when we were there, he's like, yeah, what are you using the tiller for? And we're like, just to in-ground garden. He's like, have you ever broken into the ground? No, this ground has never been broken into. And he's like, oh, I recommend the bigger one. But guys, I'm telling you, this is perfect for a garden bed because you're only going 6 to 8 inches into the ground. And so, perfect. Now, if the ground was harder, then maybe I can see why he would suggest using the other tiller. Might be a little more powerful, especially if you have a lot of rocks and stuff like that. But this is like straight clay. It's already wet. And so this tiller works perfect for this situation. I believe the other one, the bigger one, is $48 for 4 hours, and then for a day it was about $100. So yeah, that's the difference. Half the price, does the job, and very convenient for Home Depot and Lowe's, where you can rent equipment, because this thing is like almost $1,000. So it's really awesome. What we're gonna do next is mix in our topsoil and our black cow. Just waiting for Quinn to bring it over. We're gonna lay it on the top, and then we're just gonna use the tiller to mix it in, and then that will be it for our first bed. Everything is growing beautifully. I know a lot of people have the question of, oh, can I grow potatoes in heavy clay soil or in clay soil? Potatoes are a pioneer crop. They literally can grow in almost any soil with any circumstances. So just remember that. And in specific, when you grow potatoes, heavy clay is the best. They love heavy clay. Look at that. Just beautiful. So yeah, these are all potatoes. I got some Yukon Gold potatoes, and I got some colorful rainbow potatoes. My husband likes the rainbow potatoes, so of course I had to plant them for him. And yeah, I just want to give you guys a tour of the garden, and make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment. I will be posting more garden content. Yeah, just ride along with me on this journey. You see how it is now. Just imagine what this is gonna look like in a couple months. And to be exact, I started this entire garden on February 26th. That's when the ground was put together, and I actually just left the beds in for about 2 weeks before I planted in one of them. This bed here got planted in last, but we got some mustard collard greens here, and these are from seed, so I actually just put them in the ground, and this is how they grew out of the ground. So these are from seed, mustard collard greens. And then over here, this is actually a corn and sunflower patch. So you got your sunflowers here, and then you got your corn here. And so this entire patch is sunflowers and corn. And I'm really excited about that because, oh my goodness, it's just gonna look so beautiful. And it's thriving. Again, these were all by seeds. I planted them and they just grew out of the ground. It's so magical to me. I love it. I love it. Let's go over here to the peas. So I made this little trellis. Don't laugh at me because we all know, maybe you don't, that peas grow about, what is it, 4 feet high? About 4 feet high. So anyways, they could grow pretty high. And I didn't have a trellis. I had to transplant them. They were getting so tired of their containers. And so, yeah, they might go a little crazy. They might go all the way up and obviously fall down and be all crazy. But you know what? That's okay. But yeah, these are, I believe these are, on this side, it's just regular sugar snap pea. And then on this side, they're the Oregon peas. So we got 2 different peas here, planted at the same time. And these are transplants. I actually started from seed and then I put them into the garden. So I started indoors. Over here we have a lily, beautiful lily that I bought today. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm so excited for the rest to bloom. I put this here, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, I could have put it in a better spot, which is over there, but we'll get to that later. Over here you're gonna have broccolis. I just bought these from the store today. They've been transplanted in the garden, and so they just been fertilized with some fish fertilizer, and I got some bone meal in there. We'll see how those do, but these are their first days in the garden. And this is a collard green that I moved over here. Now, let me tell you something. This collard green should be just as big as this one, right? Planted at the same time. Unfortunately, I decided, oh my gosh, they're too tight over here, because it was right here. I was like, oh my gosh, they're too tight over here. I need to move one so they can grow properly and need more space. Shouldn't have done it. Should have just left it, because now look. And to be honest, it's gotten smaller and I just think it's dying off. I've already taken off some leaves. Yeah. But I'm not going to pull it out the ground. I'm not going to be like, okay, this is done, because I still feel like it has so much potential. And so we'll see how that turns out. And if they're just small, then we'll just do microgreens. At this point, you can still pick them and eat them. So hey, I got another broccoli here. And then you got your yellow onion. And then here are the southern collards, my absolute favorite. I love collard greens. Oh, I love collard greens, y'all. But look at that. And I'm gonna just tell you something. This one leaf right here in particular is absolutely just showing out. It's even turned to the side. It's like, hey, look at me. Just gorgeous. These are also transplants from the store. I got them about a little over a month ago, and look at all this growth. They were so small, you guys. On my search for mulch, I came across these collard greens, and I'm gonna go ahead and transplant them. Of course, I have some already growing by seed, but I'm gonna transplant them. And then some sweet potatoes. And they weren't just small, they were like floppy, okay? You would think that the transplants I just put in right now are a little floppy, you know, a little stressed out a little bit, but no, when I got these, they were like laying on the ground. We just planted some yellow onion, and now we're just watering it in. You know, just after fertilizing, and it's the spring, so it's its season, fish fertilizer, it just really got to going. It's one of my favorite things to grow. And then I got onions around it. I don't really have a lot of pest troubles yet. As you can see, the leaves aren't really getting eaten up. I will say this one, I did find a little bite. You see that? But other than that, it's been good. So the onions, they've been doing their job protecting my collards. Then you got the dog in the garden. Here's my baby Yay. Hi, Yay. He's a big reason why we don't have pests, because he protects the garden and the yard. He deters people and he deters pests. We can do with that. So over here, we got peas. Oh my goodness. The quick story about this. My husband Okay, let's start off with me. I planted these peas. These are also the organ peas and the sugar snap peas. I planted them here, and I didn't put up a trellis. And when I planted them, I didn't even, I just planted them everywhere, as you can see. And then they started growing. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're like, grabbers are starting to come out, which are these like whisker things. And I'm like, oh, they have nothing to climb onto. And so my husband came, and he's like looking around the yard. There's a bunch of stuff around the yard, and he found this. And I'm like, this is perfect. So he puts this in, and then, we just put some sticks in. So eventually they're gonna climb up this entire thing, and it's gonna look so cool. So I'm excited to show you guys that once it's done, but that's the idea, so that it can grow up, unlike these peas, which will grow up just a little bit and then kind of fall over and do its thing. These will grow up, and I'll be able to harvest from here. That's the situation with these. Very beautiful, looking nice. I have some little mildew problem. I need to get some neem oil, but super easy to fix. Super easy. And it's not on a lot of leaves. Really, I think I just see it on 2 leaves, 3 leaves. But yeah, so those are my peas. And then over here we have radishes. So radish and peas, they're a good companion plant. They grow well together. They don't compete for nutrients in the soil. But if you look in here, I got some radishes growing, y'all. Look at this. And then, to be honest, the only reason why I'm growing radishes is because they break into the soil, and they're the fastest, easiest growing crop to grow. It literally takes 30 to 40 days to grow these. And so look, they're growing super fast. You can see, let me show you a good one. You can see the red starting to come up there. So yeah, I also planted these from seeds, so they grew from the ground. Thinned them about 1 inch apart, so I gave every plant about 1 inch to grow up. Don't ask me why I need all these radishes. Really, I'm just growing them to make the soil better, and you could just give them away. Maybe they'll be good. I don't know, maybe my toddler will like it. What do you guys do with radishes? Comment below. And comment below if you have a problem with just growing a bunch of stuff that you don't even eat, because sometimes I realize I do that. So I'm trying to stick to growing things that we actually eat. Yeah, and that's probably the one thing I did that I don't really even eat that much, are radishes. But who knows, I've never grown them, so maybe they just taste different if I grow them. I don't know. Over here we have lettuce. Now, it's supposed to be different types of lettuce, but to be honest, I went through and I thinned them, because thinning lettuce is really kind of annoying. But I thinned them, and these are the ones that are still rolling with me. There's a marigold there. I also sprinkle marigolds everywhere, so they'll be popping up throughout the garden. But yeah, I got lettuce here, and then over here I got, what is this? Turnips? Oh, okay, yes. So yeah, I got these going here. Look at how beautiful. Oh my gosh, you guys. And then over here I have Swiss chard. A couple of those plants. And I got some flowers here. And yeah, so this is my little salad bed, I guess you can say. We got some peas, we got some radishes. Oh, and spinach. We got some spinach right here. Let me move this. Yeah, so we got peas, radishes, spinach, lettuce, Swiss chard, turnips. This is pretty much like a lettuce bed, which I like because we eat a lot of salads. We're salad people. That's pretty much it, everything I'm growing right now. I got some transplants I'll show you real quickly over here. And then lastly, I want to talk about the border of this garden. So stick around, but real quick, I have some transplants right here. Sugar baby watermelons and cantaloupe. And the crazy thing is, usually in the zone that I'm in zone 8A, which is Central Arkansas, I believe. Usually they say don't put these outside until about the end of April, the beginning of May. I actually started these outside, and what is it? Today is April 1st. And to be honest, it did take long to germinate. I wasn't happy with the temperatures, but I ran out of room. And so this is what it was. But hey, the strong survive in this garden, and these ones are popping out. I think I might have to repot them again before they actually go into their space. I'm not sure. Yes, again, I still have a month to go. What's growing back there? And that's pretty much everything. I will say this is an awesome experience, being able to go from grow bags for the first time last year to in-ground garden beds. This is obviously amazing. And oh, that's what I wanted to say. We use sticks and we use logs to make a border. I'm trying to save money. That's another reason why we did an in-ground garden bed, because last year we had a bunch of grow bags and we made our soil. If you saw our previous videos, we would make our own soil, and we just wanted something more cost effective because of the amount of things we wanted to grow. So I think I would recommend in-ground gardening and grow bags. I think that's a great idea, especially if you have like a really big garden. But anyways, we use these logs to border this space, and it just works out perfect. I can walk down here. I even use like the smaller logs to border each bed. And then, you know, I got some gnomes in here. One's broken. But yeah, the only thing I'm gonna have to get soon is deer repellent, because there be a family of deers just running through these woods. I've seen them, and it's funny because I'm like, oh my gosh, before they even started to come around, I'm like, I know they're gonna be here, so I know I need to protect this, because I would be so sad to come out and all of this is gone. So I need to get some repellent. I did get a good recommendation. If you have a recommendation, comment below what you guys use. I like to use natural things, so let me know. I don't like to kill anything, so comment below, let me know. And thank you so much for watching this video. Just stay tuned, because again, this is April 1st and I can't wait to show you guys what this looks like when it's done, when I'm ready to harvest. I'm gonna go ahead and close out this vlog from here. Again, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment. Happy spring.